how's it going? It's Lego Spaceman Aristotle here, chilling out over by the bridge. About to talk about Chatham Square, a neighborhood here in New Haven that I am studying as part of my research of outer space. This being a place in outer space from where I'm from, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to learn more about this place. The best way to learn about a place, one, is just to walk around. Two, is to find someone who knows what they're talking about and listen to them. Let's try the second one. Let's do that. And here's our host. Not me. I'm not your host. That guy's the host.
And when the environmental studies were done, the environmental people couldn't figure out why there was lead, not just to the 4 feet that you would typically find it because of paint and cars and all that kind of stuff, but down to 8, 9 feet. And when they spoke to the state archaeologist, he was able to give us the answer. We have a polluter, his name is George Washington. You have to move your school. So that's George Washington. Okay, number 2. I'm sure all of you know the Civil War. I don't know how many of you know that in the entire United States, there are only 12 monuments that are in remembrance of the African American soldiers who fought and died. In every war the United States has ever fought, only 12 monuments in the entire United States. And one of them is in Fairhaven. If you go to Criscola Park, which you can go by following front till it turns to Chapel, and just as you're leaving over the Mill Bridge on the left-hand side is a monument to the 29th Infantry Brigade. That is the brigade of African American soldiers from all over Connecticut who were garrisoned on Front Street and marched in what is now Quinnipiac Park. It wasn't Quinnipiac Park back then. The monument is there. It's well, as beautiful as a war monument can be, black granite, and it has the names of all the soldiers from all the towns that you would not necessarily associate, like Wilton and Simsbury. The attic was one of the stops on the Underground Railroad. His business is up here on the right. You'll see the signs for Catal. Check them out on the web. It's actually a very good company. Of course, look at this waterfront. How could this not be beautiful? But it always has been beautiful. But there are a lot of beautiful places that have been allowed to go the way that Fairhaven had gone. So that's the situation we found ourselves in. But I don't want to dwell on that because that's the past. The current reality is that about seven years ago, this park was totally fenced in. We redid this park. We added everything that you see except this jungle gym was there. Everything else that you see is all new, including that slide. Look at the wall behind you. So this wall had been tagged and cleaned by the city and tagged and cleaned by the city multiple times. So what happened is a local woman who is a graphic designer said, I'd like to help, but I've never done a mural. So we, again, did a plan with the community. She came at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday. That's one of the things we're doing to build community in our neighborhood. I'll tell you about others along the way. This is Dover Beach Park. I'm going to tell you more about it in a little bit, but I just wanted you to notice that butterfly garden and the sign that tells people about announcements of things that are coming up in the community. It wasn't that many years ago we couldn't put that sign up. So what happened with the water park? So there's one little girl, I won't say her real name, but we'll just call her Rose for now. She's in 4th grade. So she organizes through the homework program kids, and they write letters to City Hall. And where is our water feature? And City Hall people, oh, well, it's the space down there is being vandalized, the playground. The kids said, we know who's vandalizing. And by the way, some of what you call vandalism is not vandalism. They didn't talk to us when they designed the playground. There's one entrance and one exit. There's 2 entrance exits. And the way we play, we need more of them. So we took some of the fencing apart. That's not vandalism, that's planning. So this little girl organized the kids who get their tutoring in this room, and one day the mayor's assistant for public works, Rob Smuts, and if any of you know Rob, he always dresses very nicely in his suit, drives his nice black car. He drives up, walks in here, and he's greeted by there were like 20 kids, 30 kids, and they offer him fresh vegetables, which we get for the tutoring program, and zucchini bread, which they made, and kid after kid comes up and reads, here's why we should have our water feature. Where's our water feature? It's happening.
Yeah.